Okay guys, so I am Awesome Squared, and this is my first Pokemon Y battle video. So yeah, this is against a guy named Sumi, and yeah, he's a very good battle player. I've seen him battle, I've battled him a ton of times. He is amazing, and he's very good at this, so yeah, you'll see why I'm posting this video. So basically, this is a post-Pokebank game, obviously, but this Pokemon Y is actually my first Pokemon game, so please excuse me if I go a bit noob on you. I'm a bit new to this, but yeah, I'm gonna try my best. So let's go. So hopping right in, as you can see, this is clearly post-Pokebank. He's got that Ambipom, that Sceptile, and I got that Darmanitan. So you see, this Ambipom comes out. Like I said, I've battled this guy before. I know this thing has Fake Out. And my Darmanitan, it's max attack, max speed. It has no defense at all. So I immediately switch out, predicting the Fake Out, and I do it quite nicely, actually. I switch right into my Aegislash, and I go into the King Shield. But this thing has new U-turn on it, and the only other attacking move I think it has is Double Hit, so I predicted that pretty well, because I knew he would want to switch out. I mean, you're against an Aegislash. What are you going to do if you're a normal type? So he switches out right here. I wasn't completely sure, and I was pretty sure I could do significant damage with this, so I go right into the Sacred Sword right here. Now, you'll see this proves to be a mistake, because I forgot he's got that Gliscor, and this Sacred Sword does squat, and I knew right away this was a bulky Gliscor, because it has the Poison Orb, and it's got that Leftovers, and I also know it's got Earthquake, so I'm like, I'm getting out of here right now. So I switch out in my Flygon, predicting that Earthquake. It's got Levitate. But he predicts my switch and goes for that Rock Slide. It doesn't do much. Just Flygon's ground. But still just annoying because he got a free heal off and some damage. So he switches out right here. Because I got that Crunch. He's afraid of the defense drop. Wants to keep his wall alive. And this Clefty completely eats it up. Now, this thing's got the Rocky Helmet. So I actually take more damage than I gave him. And now he gets up that Spikes with the Prankster. But I have Earth Power, so I give him like a clean 50-60% right there in damage. But he gets that second layer of spikes up, which is what's annoying. Because as you'll see in the battle, that's kind of annoying right there. The spikes. It's really annoying. Okay, so he goes out into his Ambipom here. I'm predicting the Fake Out, but he's fallen for that trick. He's fallen only for that trick one time. I go out in my Aegislash, and he pulls out that U-turn. He predicted that quite cleanly, I have to say. It only did 8 points with crit, because it is an Ambipom and it's -2. But honestly, he predicted that quite well. He saw that trick coming. He pulled it out. And he goes out into his Absol. Now, this, you might think, oh, goes to the Sacred Sword right away. Well, yeah. This thing's got Flap and Sucker Punch. So I go for the King Shield first turn. Because this thing also, as you'll see, has Night Slash. Which sucks for me because I can only block that one time. So he goes for the Sucker Punch first. And in hindsight, I should have gone for Swords Dance this turn. Because then I could have stayed alive next turn. See, right now he goes for the Night Slash. And I can't do the King Shield right here. So he won't get the -2. And he knows that. So I go for the Swords Dance right here. In reality, what I should have done was gone for the Swords Dance last turn and gone for the King Shield this turn. But I can't do anything. He's got that Sucker Punch. I will die. So I switch out into my Ferrothorn here. Trying to predict the Night Slash. But honestly, Ferrothorn, it is a wall. I've breeded this thing. Took me a day to breed. This thing has max defense, max special defense, Rocky Helmet. Iron Barbs. This thing, it does 1/4 of damage if you touch it. So he goes down to his Gliscor. But I go for the Iron Defense straight off. Because I knew I had nothing to fear from that Absol. And I knew he was probably going to switch out. Because there was nothing he could do, honestly. So he goes for the Earthquake here. And I Leech Seed his Gliscor. Which sucks for him. Because I can get all... Actually, I get all the health back he gave me for damage from that Earthquake. But he's got that Poison Heal. So he doesn't want to stay in now. He knows he's just going to waste Earthquakes. But I'll heal right back up unless he gets a crit. So he goes out to his Sceptile right here. Looking for another Leech Seed. But I go for the Iron Defense again, knowing I have nothing to fear. So this Ferrothorn is a boss, man. It's just sweat. But I do switch out here because this Sceptile has Focus Blast. But he predicts my switch and rocks that hidden power. I gotta say, this guy, he predicted a lot of my switches this battle. So I underestimated Sceptile. I used to battle with the Sceptile, but then I realized that it had a lot of speed, but not that much attack. This guy has Life Orb Sceptile. It destroyed me. I underestimated it, and that was my big mistake. So I'm not falling for that again. I got that Flare Blitz, and he's scared of that. So I go out, I'm choice banded right here. Like I told you earlier, max attack, max speed. I will crush this Gliscor. I will crush its soul. So yeah, one hit. And that was a Gliscor. For those of you who know your Pokemon, Gliscor, it is a flapping wall. But here, he gets that normal gem strength and fake out. And like I told you earlier, my Darmanitan has no defense. So yeah, this kills it. In hindsight, I should have switched out here. But what he didn't know was that my Darmanitan is actually slower than his Sceptile. But I don't think he could have OHKO'd me. So I think that was his reason for switching out. But still, all the same, my Darmanitan didn't really have much left to do. The rest of his Pokemon, I can't kill anything else with this thing. I'll get some damage off, but I won't kill. So right here, I make the good move. I go for that nice and safe power-up punch. Because I know he doesn't have any ghost types on his team. So I go for that safe power-up punch. And now Tentacruel is psychic. So I only actually figured this out of this battle. This is one of those noob things I'm telling you about. I just figured out that Tentacruel is psychic. So yeah, you'll have to excuse me for that noob out. Okay. But I do figure it out, and I go for that sucker punch, and I knock him out. Don't even need that second hit. I'm +2. I got this. So he goes down to his Ambipom here. I think he's just looking for damage right now. Just looking for some damage. Just trying to get off that residual damage. Now, here he switches out. It's like, obviously, he's not going to stay in. He's just giving me a free power-up if he stays in. But this is where he makes a move I didn't really understand. He went out into his Absol. Absol is a dark type, for those of you who don't know. I think it's either dark or normal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dark. So, I didn't understand that at all. Why would he go out into Sceptile, Absol, knowing that I would go for that power-up punch on his Ambipom? I don't get that, actually. I'm thinking he might have predicted the sucker punch, but yeah, that didn't make sense to me. So I just knocked out a Sceptile, one sucker punch, clean hit, clean. Like I told you, Sceptile, it's got no defense, You can't, it's just not, it doesn't have defense. So yeah, that's the end of the battle. After that, he kind of just forfeited, he kind of just gave up there. Because I gotta admit, no matter how good of a battler you are, like, seriously, I had the Ferrothorn, I had the Flygon, I even had that Exploud Choice Specs waiting in the back, and yeah, he only had his Ambipom left, so he kind of just forfeited right there. There was nothing he could have done. But yeah. So yeah, that was my first Pokemon Y battle video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, click that like button, subscribe.